Right, we're going to talk about a sensitive subject today, and that's when we get to the point in our reality where it's not what we thought it was going to be. It's much harder. It's, let's say it, it's all right to say it, if it's disappointing. I know that's a really big, difficult word to handle, and that's probably why we avoid it, because who wants to say that? Who wants to say, I'm disappointed? So here's what's happening. We are taught into a range of reality. Our reality is a sphere around ourselves. So if we're taught that this is the range and anything outside of that is dangerous, makes you not a good person, you won't be understood, it's like, don't step out of the range. Yet the range is too small. So because we naturally want to be a good person, we want to be understood, and we want to be safe, we stay within the range. The problem with that is we're going through a rapid evolution on Earth at the moment. So humanity are like expanding at their mind level rapidly. And we're saying, there's more, there's more, there's more. There is more. That's okay to say as well. But when we are still within the confines of what has been deemed safe and good, that is a really uncomfortable place to be because we're too big for it. We're too big, so we feel like squashed in by it. And when you're squashed in by something, that creates density, which is difficult to move through. It's hard. That's what creates a hard reality. There is a way out, but it takes deprogramming what we've been taught, makes us a good person, and keeps us safe. And this is why when somebody enrolls on optimal operating, they have a group Q&A call directly with me, because we're changing beliefs here that we've held for a very, very long time. Don't step out of the range, stay within the range. Well, this is how to not only step out of the range safely, you step out of the range into something that is more safe. When we're in the usual range, it actually makes us quite vulnerable, because we've taken this grand version of ourselves and we've kind of made it fit into something, because we want to be safe, we want to be good, it's fine, it's all perfectly natural way of being, which is why it's so sad when we get there and say, oh, so hold on, I did everything right, and yet it doesn't feel right. So when you get there, and if you don't feel good, and if you don't feel safe, that means it's time to review our parameters and our boundaries and break out of a few of them. I get told all the time that I'm brave, and I think, well, I don't feel brave, but I've learned that I naturally have greatly reduced levels of fear, as well as really, really understanding fear and the mind. And bravery is just conquering fear. So it doesn't feel like a risk. It doesn't feel scary. It just feels right. It feels, oh, that's how I get there. Okay, this is how I can move it into a bigger version of reality. Our reality is like a sphere around ourselves. And if we pull it in tight, usually through fear, which even your body tenses up. Fear is tension, and tension is density, and density is hard going. So, all right, wow, I was going to say, all right, we might feel safe. It doesn't even feel safe anymore, because it's an old operating system that is falling to pieces, and we need to upgrade. We need to upgrade into something that is more efficient. We're more in control, so we create our own safety. Don't hand your safety over to an outside force. That's really risky. That makes us very vulnerable. Yes, we can be looked after in many ways, but two things we should never hand over are our sense of feeling good about ourselves and our sense of feeling safe. That's down to us. So in order to move on into this new way, I realised we just have to take responsibility. Not all, you know, there are forces that are there to look after us, but we just handed too much over. And we can take that back by creating our own safety and our own feeling good about ourselves. And that expands reality out into a new zone of safe and good. Evolution expands out. So we're expanding right now into a bigger version of reality where we say, yeah, good, I have chosen this. This wasn't put upon me. I have chosen this and it's how I want it to be. Oh, such a relief. And if that sounds scary, it's a lot less scary than not doing it. I'll put it that way. So if that's something that you really feel like you're ready to move into, check out in the link below. There's more information on optimal operating. There's also a freebie you can sign up to, which is Overcome Overwhelm, which is a really good taster of the main course and also a really valuable technique, great information, and it works. It's just a 3-day sample of how powerful you are in your mind and how creative. I can't do it. It's in reverse. The time is upon us now, the time for change, and we don't change the whole world, we change ourselves. The cliche old saying is true nonetheless. This is how we create the changes we want to see on this planet. We do them with ourselves, and it's exactly what optimal operating is all about. So check out that link with more information, and at any point if you want to reach out, if you've got any questions, there's many ways of getting in contact with me. All right, thank you for watching.